South Asia and the Hindu Kush Himalaya regions have long been facing rising environmental challenges, such as degrading ecosystem, air pollution, and climate impact. On 4th November 1999, the South Asian Network for Development and Environmental Economics, SANDEE, began its journey aiming to develop well-trained experts and locally grounded evidence base for addressing these challenges. SANDEE builds research skills, supports policy-relevant environmental economics research, strengthens teaching skills of university faculty, and helps bring evidence into policy through multifaceted rigorous analysis, training, and collaboration to address local, regional, and global environmental concerns.
At that time, the cleavage between development economics, received development economics, the economics of poverty, and what SANDEE is concerned with, this amalgamation of that in embedding poverty in the natural environment, was something new and it wasn't going to be taken further up. I had this hope that shared with Carl-Johan Mehler, whom they hadn't actually heard of at that time, that we would a teaching and research program in the world's poorer parts of the world. And so we began a teaching and research program rather haphazardly because there was an undefined subject. It is really remarkable that even as late as 1994-95, we didn't quite know where we were heading. It was very incoherent at that time. By 1999, we had gathered enough self-confidence and with further funds from various sources.
Initially based at the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, under Priya Shamsundar's leadership, SANDEE began awarding research grants and launched its flagship annual summer school on environmental and resource economics. In 2009, SANDEE moved from its longtime host IUCN to the International Center for Integrated Mountain Development, ICIMOD.
ICIMOD, as a regional intergovernmental organization, is perfectly placed to host SANDEE. SANDEE organizes a lot of events, capacity building events, workshops, conferences. ICIMOD provides that support. And I think there's a very close relationship between SANDEE's fellows and ICIMOD's professional staff. So there is a two-way flow of support.
SANDEE put together a team of faculty advisors committed to advancing environmental and resource economics education and research.
If you look at SANDEE, I think not just the advisors, this part of the story, but the secretariat and the people who've come within the network for 2 years, they meet each other and they have made long-standing friendships across borders. And I think it's that's our real capital, that we are able to reach out and work across borders far more easily than many other networks.
In 2010, SANDEE marked 10 years and expanded its core work activities, workshop, grants, summer school, and partnership for joint training and mentorship. In 2017, SANDEE became part of ICIMOD's Mountain and Knowledge Action Network, further strengthening its role in empowering researchers, influencing policy and practice, and developing academic leadership.
Many of these issues are the same issues that ICIMOD tackles in its regional knowledge role. And so what we're trying to do now is really look at how we can more deeply integrate SANDEE research into our day-to-day delivery at ICIMOD as well.
Over 25 years, SANDEE built a strong community of researchers across the region and beyond. The 2025 Alumni Impact Survey findings indicate significant advancements where the social returns from the past investments have been remarkable. Peer-reviewed publications increased from 72% in 2019 to 80% by 2025. research collaborations increased from 66% to 77%. Teaching environmental economics expanded from 55% to 73%. Furthermore, 48% of SANDEE alumni reported that their work informed policy in 2025, and 53% noted that they were invited to provide expert advice at national or regional policy events. These findings underscore SANDEE's significant contribution on research, environmental economics education, and policy across the region. Today, many SANDEE alumni hold leadership positions in universities, research institutes, and government agencies, where they continue to make meaningful contributions in their respective fields. This year, SANDEE marks 25 years of commitment to nurturing new researchers, expanding regional partnership, and generating evidence for better policies and a more sustainable and resilient future.
Our region has been facing a lot of challenges, including development and environmental issues. SANDEE has been working with the young researchers and will continue developing the research capacity in the region, who can question deeply, who can generate rigorous evidence base and act locally. In a sense, our work is moving towards decolonizing science, where we generate locally relevant literature and train local researchers who can help their respective governments and institutions. In future, we are planning to work with our REACH like alumni network, who are deeply connected to their local communities and governments, who can help them address these challenges.
Now, I would like to wish SANDEE a very, very successful celebration of its 25th anniversary. And also looking forward, we want to work very closely with SANDEE for advancing the larger mission of the region, that is working towards a safer, greener and more resilient Hindu Kush Himalayan region.
We honor SANDEE's journey and also look toward the future. As the region is going to be affected by global changes disproportionately, we need to have a precise understanding of their impacts, policy options, and their effectiveness for addressing such challenges. The need for well-trained researchers in the region has been growing faster than ever. Join us in shaping the next 25 years of advancing research, building the capacity of next generation of environmental economists, and generating new knowledge with renewed purpose for addressing future challenges that South Asia and the Hindu Kush Himalaya region will be facing.